Hi, today I'm going to be talking about my opponent's original claim that personal communication technology has adverse effects on human health and condition. In order to support this main claim, the speaker had secondary claims stating that personal communication technology increases the risk of long-term health issues and that it also promotes obesity, diabetes, and other associated chronic diseases. Now, on this first secondary claim that it increases the risk of long-term health issues, the speaker said that cell phones present chemical hazards such as cancer from the radiation emitted. Now, when you look into the same article that the speaker cited to prove this point, the article also stated that the study was of limited value due to methodological shortcomings. So if you look at this, the information that the article presented also states that it was not of much value because of how the study was done. Then the speaker also said that the use of computers and cell phones increased the incidence of cumulative trauma disorder. After the speaker stated this, the speaker then claimed that we adjust ourselves to sit for computers. This means that we choose how we sit, so we cannot blame our electronic devices for our bad posture and what results from the posture we choose to sit. According to McKinley Health Center, changing one's study habits, work style, and study or computer work area frequently or often sufficient enough to alleviate significantly or abolish completely the pain which may arise from our posture when using computers. Computers and cell phone screens pose risk of experiencing computer vision syndrome was another claim made by my opponent. According to wisegeek.com, one of the largest causes of severe computer vision syndrome is bad lighting in the ambient environment. Reducing glare and harsh lights can help enormously. Replacing fluorescent lighting with full spectrum lighting and making sure the light is even will minimize the damage caused by computer vision syndrome. This shows that the screens are not entirely responsible for computer vision syndrome, but rather the environment in which the computer or cell phone is being used. Now, the second secondary claim made was that personal communication technology promotes obesity, diabetes, and other chronic diseases. Personal technology does not promote obesity that I've ever witnessed. I have never seen an advertisement for a cell phone saying to text instead of exercise, or that we should all be obese. Now, I know that the claim doesn't mean that it directly promotes obesity, as in like an advertisement, but the speaker is having you infer what you believe promote should mean in that situation. Now, the speaker also claimed in the secondary claim that individuals are making poor diet choices and tend to eat less healthy, but she doesn't show how this relates to technology promoting obesity. All she does is claim a fact that individuals are making poor diet choices, which can result from anything such as a busy lifestyle or a change of income. So the fact that there is no connection made makes it difficult for you to really infer what is meant. So by looking at how the argument was presented, you can see that the sources cited were incomplete within each other, and that personal communication technology cannot be blamed for the effects that we choose to make.
Right, the structural things are pretty solid. I thought there was okay use of evidence to counter some of the arguments on the first point. You had some good counterclaims there on mitigation of these problems, on how the environment is really part of the issue on this. I think there might be some question as to whether or not the use of the tools can be separated from the environment in which they're being used, but I think that you have shown that if we can mitigate the environment, that there isn't really a substantial problem. I think that does diminish the argument quite substantially. The challenge on the second point is basically a reasoning challenge on the correlation. And I think you need a little bit of data to back up your point. You've got a very reasonable press to make there. I didn't think that you got much about that first part where you're talking about there's no advertising that suggests those things. Obviously that's not the case, and that would be a good example of a hypostatization, taking something that's literally, and when it's meant to be a figure of speech. But I do think, for instance, that you could show that the lifestyle changes that have occurred are often independent of the technology that has occurred. For example, the amount of time that people have available to prepare and make food has been changing for years and years before cell phones and computers came along, and I think that that would be a good way to point that this trend had little to do with these technological innovations. And so, like I said, I didn't think the first part got you that much. The second part is a good challenge on the link, but it would be a stronger challenge if you had some data that would suggest other causality or that there's limited relationship between the technological issue. All right. Thanks.